About those things again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So we are on the 2023 Heritage. Now, I got a lot of feedback on my 2022 video. A lot of people didn't like the way I felt or the way I spoke about the handlebars. I was on it, I guess. I couldn't get over it. All right, I just wasn't a fan of the way the handlebars feel on this bike. Let's see if anything's changed. And you know, just grabbing onto it, I can tell you right now, the handlebars are just, I mean, they're a little funny. All right, just my elbows are pointed towards my torso, but that's all I'm gonna say. All right, if you guys saw my 2022 video about the Heritage, it's a beautiful bike. You know, I like everything about it. The new color, I really like the mag wheels that they offered last year. Now they went back to just spoked wheels. I don't like that fake drum cover thing of that hub. You know, it's supposed to give it that look of drum disc brakes or whatever, drum brakes or whatever it's meant to, you know, look like. I don't really like it, but I like the spoked wheels. I like the overall style of the bike. The handlebars, you know, just the overall feel of the bike, it's very comfortable. I don't know, maybe the handlebars are maybe they changed the angle or something, but you know what, that's all I'm going to say about the handlebars. But man, the bike is beautiful. This is the new color 2023. What do they call this thing? The billiard blue? Is that? I know it's not the coral reef. The coral reef has more of a pearl in it. This does not have a pearl in it, so I'm guessing this is the billiard blue. Maybe I'm wrong, right? I don't know much about the Heritage, other than that it's got a 114. It's got leather saddlebags with a hard shell. You also have a windshield on it. I like what they did with the blacked out on the bottom. You know, it's a, I believe it's a, is this considered a special Heritage special because of the 114 and the blacked out components? I believe it is, or maybe it's just Heritage. But anyways, you know, the overall design of the bike is great. You know, I'm a fan of it. The feel so far right now, with of course the forward controls and the floorboards, very comfortable. A very comfortable bike. The seat is also comfortable. You know, very cushiony. You know, if that's a word. Is that a word? I don't even know if that's a word. But the overall fit and finish of this bike is amazing. It's got that classic style to it. You know, it's a good looking bike. I really like it. But you know, just as far as option wise, you know, there's a few other ones that tickle my fancy a little bit more than this one. I mean, I really liked last year's, but a lot of folks didn't like the mag wheels. They didn't like the blacked out components. You know, I like those things. I like that stuff. I like the blacked out components. I liked the blacked out wheels, the mag wheels. I like the color from last year too, the red one. That's the one I test rode. But overall, as far as what's changed from last year, from 2022, nothing's changed. These are still the same bikes. I could actually upload my 2022 demo ride and it'd be the same thing. I mean, I could sugarcoat it and say, oh, it's great, it's amazing, but it's pretty much everything that I've already said. And I've owned my lowrider S for 3 years. Same drivetrain, you know, fuel tank, same range, 5 gallons. Overall, these Milwaukee 8s are you know, they're a very well-rounded bike. Suspension wise, of course, I mean, Harley, it's I mean, you'll have to upgrade some of those components. I've actually upgraded my monoshock, but I mean, we already know what you get from Harley, right? It's a very pretty bike, but unfortunately it just doesn't handle like a $20,000 bike. So let's go ahead and open her up just a tad bit. Oh man, I'm telling you, the Milwaukee 8, the potential that you can get out of these bikes, for just with the stage 2, it's really something else. We're talking about 120 torque, maybe 130 depending on the tune, with you know, 110, 120 horsepower. So a lot of potential as far as the new Milwaukee 8s compared to the twin cams, but very comfortable. I am currently doing a little bit over 50 and there is zero wind buffeting, but depending on where I'm at on, you know, my rider position, if I'm just kind of slouching, relaxing, the top of the windshield is within my point of view. All right, I either have to be upright to look over it, or, you know, slouch down to look through it. So that's, you know, that's something to know. I am 5'7", so depending on, you know, you might have a longer torso, or you might just be or you might have a longer neck. That might not be the issue for you, but at 5'7", you know, if I'm seated properly, upright, like I should be, then my point of view is right above the edge of the windshield. But anyways, my knees are aligned with the fuel tank, with the forward controls. You also have the floorboards on this thing, a nice size overall. They're a little bit bigger than my foot. My foot size is 9.5. That's something else that I noticed. But man, you know, just the feel of the bike, it's great. It's got a 30-degree rake, unlike, you know, the lowrider S with the 28-degree, and then of course the breakout with the 34-degree. I think the 30-degree is a nice sweet spot for, you know, for these Softails, or for any bike, of course. It just, man, it just really handles, it handles well, especially with these imperfections right here. This back road is really bumpy, and I haven't been able to notice that at all with the Heritage. So it might be because of that smaller wheel on the Heritage. You have a bigger tire, and that's just, you know, some of the pros and cons. That's why I like the lowrider S. It's got that 19-inch wheel in the front. Design wise, I mean, I would lean towards having a bigger wheel. You know, just aesthetically, it's more pleasing to me. This one, of course, you have a smaller wheel, but you have a bigger tire, so it's gonna soak in a little bit more of those imperfections, and that's why the Fat Bob handles so well on that back road. So let's go ahead and open her up. Let's see what she can do. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but not much wind buffeting at all. Even at higher speeds, this is very comfortable. I believe this was the same case for 2022. Not a lot of wind buffeting. I have the Ghost, no, I have the Speed Bandit, so this helmet is very noisy. I can hear noise in this helmet at 20 miles per hour, and I am comfortable right here where I'm at in this pocket. If I see a little bit upright, I get a little bit of wind buffeting, but man, this bike, it handles very well. So yes, like last year, the Heritage is one of my favorites. Let's just visit the handlebar one more time. I think there was something up with the angle. This one, last year, the angle, my elbows were a little bit more inward. On this one, however, it just feels a little bit different. All right, maybe it's just, maybe it's just I gotten used to the 2022 Heritage. That could be it. Maybe that's the case, but the hand placement is not that bad. You could always, tilt this forward. That's the one thing that people fail to notice, because I mean, I get asked about bar height. I get asked a lot because I'm 5'7" and I ride with I believe 15.5-inch bars. Risers. Overall height on my handlebars, they're about 15.5, 15 3/4. And people, you know, people, they're always afraid of going too tall. And what people fail to realize is all of this is adjustable. You can lean these handlebars forward and tilt the controls towards you. And I mean, that's something that you can't do with T-bars, but you could definitely do with, you know, ape hangers. You could do it with moto style handlebars, like on the Lowrider S. You could tilt your bars away from you and then tilt the hand controls towards you. So that's just something to know. If I could, I think, you know what, I think I would just leave it as is. My arms are fully extended right here. If I'm riding it as I should be, upright, that's, you know, that's the rider position right there. Very comfortable, floorboards comfortable, the seat's good, the rider position's great, my arms are fully extended. Maybe that's what it was last year. Maybe I just leaned a little bit too forward, but or who knows, maybe they changed it. But anyway, stay tuned for more demo rides and just hear me, you know, ramble and compare these bikes and stuff like that. All right, thanks for tuning in. Thank you.